Hello. Are you a bit grumpy because it's, back to school, back to work, it's September? Yeah, I thought so. Well, look, I'm here to share some brand new music at my piano. Yes, this is very exciting. I'm going to do, for the third time, share with you a song that I've played on the piano, which is actually, written, recorded a little while ago. And it is, in fact, going to be my new single. So extra excitement in store there. So what date is it going to be? 1st of October. I will be releasing my next single called Mama Said, and that is the one that last week I had a little go at playing on the piano in the way that I did the previous two, so with a bit of the backing track coming through, but taking off any of the keyboard stuff so I could play the keyboards, piano basically, and then sing it. Now, this is a song called Mama Said. I've got to say, it's like I'm getting my excuses in first. It's a bit of a difficult one. There's quite a lot of words. I think here and there, some of those words got a little bit jumbled up because there's quite a lot to remember. It's got a very kind of, there's a funky rhythm thing going on there. So I had to concentrate as I'm playing to kind of keep it in that rhythm. And also when you're playing in this kind of way, when you're doing it like this, you've really got to play in time. Otherwise, you've got a backing track that's kind of going along in a very regular way because it's all digital and recorded. And then you've got your live piano. If those two kind of come undone and start going off in different directions, well, basically that's horrible. So quite a challenge, this one. And I'll tell you all about it in just a second. First of all, I just want to go back to Abba. We had a nice session about Abba in the last Adventures in Pop, number 32, last time round, where I interviewed my very good friend Ian, who knows everything about Abba, basically. It's like a little postscript to that. It was a very enjoyable interview. I hope you checked it out, and if you haven't heard it yet, please do. The thing that's come to light since then, which I think is quite interesting, is that ABBA's album is going to be released on, I think, November the 4th, which isn't that far off, really. Their new album called Voyage. And the thing that's got the media here in the UK all in a bit of a tiz and a rather high kind of froth of excitement is that it looks like the ABBA release is going to coincide with the release of a new Adele album. And already what's happening in the British press, you can just imagine, is we're kind of setting it up. This is a very kind of journalistic thing, because I don't think fans think like this at all. And of course there will be some crossover, there will be people who are ABBA fans and Adele fans. Why shouldn't there be? They're both huge, crossover international stars. But what the press are doing here is kind of building it up to be one of those Blur Oasis type moments that we had here in the 90s of a competition, which one is going to get to number one. In a way, it's all a bit unnecessary because, of course, one of them will get to number one, probably in that first week. I suspect Adele probably, but don't tell Ian. But in a way, who cares? Because, these are both going to be really very big albums for their, respective stars, and they'll sell and sell and sell for weeks and weeks and weeks. So in a way, I think maybe there's less emphasis on exactly who comes out on top in week one. I don't think it really matters because these will probably be albums that are around for, months and years to come. So kind of who cares? But be ready for that because I think the press will want to build it up into a big thing at the beginning of November. And in a way, it does nobody any harm because it just, is tons more publicity and, focus on these particular albums and will get people, excitedly downloading, streaming and all the rest of it. So fine, go for it. Okay, just wanted to clear that one up for you. Just kind of put a little line under ABBA. We'll leave ABBA for the time being. May have to talk about Adele at some point, but we'll come to that when the time is right. So instead, let's focus on this song called Mama Said. As I say, a bit of a tricky one, but you can judge for yourself. How it comes across on the piano downstairs. And I'm just going to tell you something very broadly about what the song's about, but I think you'll probably be able to tell when you hear it actually. And that is, it's a song about a person, completely fictional, I just would like to say, a girl who can never find the right boyfriend because her parents don't approve. So this is about, the parental pressure to find the right person that they think is right for her. I do kind of know of a couple of, circumstances that might be a little bit similar to this, but really, I've made most of this up. I mean, I've just imagined a scenario here. So, so this is about Mama Said. Basically, Mama said, and Daddy said too, that, none of the men that she ever finds are good enough for her. So that is the long and short of this story of Mama Said. So we'll hear that in just a moment or two. What I also want to do is just whet your appetite for a couple of other things that will be coming up soon. Now, my new single is going to be coming out on the 1st of October. It would have been a week earlier, but for one very exciting thing. It's my very own, Adele ABBA clash, except I decided not to clash. A week earlier, I am going to be releasing with my partner, my musical partner, Johnny, a brand new single from an outfit called Rothman and Jacobs. I am the Jacobs of Rothman and Jacobs, and he's the Rothman. It'd be silly to make up other names, wouldn't it? So if you've listened to some of the earlier adventures, you might remember there was one where I kind of talked a little bit about how I got here, and a large chunk of how I got here was writing songs with my mate Johnny, and we have quite a lot of songs in the bank. Some of them are a little bit old, some of them need a little bit of work doing on them, but there are lots and lots. They're good songs, they're well produced, they've just been sitting around for a while, and we decided the time had come to give them a little zhuzhing, a little polish up, and to start releasing some. It's been, we've both been busy with other things, it's been quite difficult to kind of find the time, but the first of these is going to be coming out on the 24th of September. So a week before Mama Said, which will be my solo single, comes a track called Crocodile Tears, which will be by Rothman and Jacobs. Sounds a little bit like an estate agent, I realise that, or a firm of lawyers, but it's just us. So be nice, and I hope you're going to really like it. And I hope I'm going to say more about that before we get there, and maybe even have a little chat with Johnny, so you can get to know him a little bit before that single comes out and cuddles your ears with beautiful music. And actually, this is probably an opportune moment to say I've also got another kind of side project going on. And when I say side project, I don't mean to kind of be demeaning or to kind of suggest there's a hierarchy here of of importance. But I've been working with another person, somebody who lives around here, and we have together been putting together another bunch of songs. And I don't know how far off we are, but looming onto the horizon would be a debut single from me and that person. And I think this is kind of how it works really in the pop world now. I mean, maybe in the old days, you would keep yourself to yourself and it would all be about, it would all be about you. But actually, I've gained so much from working with other people. I know it sounds a little bit cheesy, but really, I mean, it's so interesting and invaluable to collaborate with different people, and the fruits of those collaborations, as I say, over the next couple of months, you are going to hear more. So there'll be my solo stuff, but also Rothman and Jacobs, and whatever it is we're going to be calling this other thing, that I will talk a little bit more about nearer the time, and certainly introduce you to the protagonist involved in that. So that's a lot of stuff to look forward to. So look, I'm going to shut up now. We're just going to head downstairs and check out my live at home version of Mama Said, which will be my brand new single on the 1st of October. I hope you really like it. I'm going to love you and leave you at this point, and we'll be back very, very soon. I'll be back very, very soon. I don't know who the we is. I'll be back very, very soon to pick up another Adventures in Pop in the next few days. In the meantime, don't get down about September. It's okay. Summer had to come to an end at some point, didn't it? And actually, really in the UK, I'm not sure the summer ever really got started, actually, if you're just talking about weather. A few nice days here and there, but, So, to cheer us all up, here is a rather miserable but funky little number called Mama Said. Take it easy. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Said you don't have to get on the very first bus that comes along. And Daddy said, oh, my daughter's beautiful, she won't have to wait very long. So the years went by, and every possible potential boyfriend she took home all said he was wrong. They said he was wrong. And one was too old and another too young. The next was too short and the next was too poor. You always trust them to find the flaw. Said none of these men are anywhere near good enough for you. And Daddy said, Daily listen to your mom and always do what she tells you to do. But the years went by and she started to realize that the red bus would never ever come along. Alone at night she would cry, knowing now it was far too late, and all the good ones are gone, all the good ones are gone. Mama said, you're better off single. Being married to your dad has made me a nervous wreck. And Daddy said, you're better off single. Kids these days, they'll cost you an arm and a leg. So the years went by, still wonders what would have happened if she'd gone on the very, very first bus that came along. Oh, the years went by, at least by now she'd be out of town, she would be gone. Mama said, Mama said,